about?
Welcome back to another episode of Nihon Rush Hour. It's your boy Solaris here with
Caesar, man. You know what time it is, boy.
Yes, sir. We're back with another one
with
today.
The nutties.
With the nutties, the creepy ones.
Creepy nuts.
Creepy nuts, fresh off their Coachella show.
That was crazy. I saw some clips from that.
Back to back, looking crazy.
It's beautiful seeing, you know, a Japanese group like blowing up overseas and actually having like a massive fan base come up.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? People were singing these lyrics word for word, and it was like full Japanese, but there's non-Japanese speakers singing word for word.
Facts. I've seen some like real otaku looking guys too in the front of the crowd. But yeah, man, we're checking out a brand new Creepy Nuts song. It's called Fright.
Fright.
Our music video just dropped today, so we're gonna see what it is.
Yes, sir.
Woo! Fright. That's crazy. That setup is crazy. All those like flashing images going inside of him.
Yeah. It might be of like those like, you know, like those old school films.
Yeah.
But the way that it zooms out is what's really amazing. It zooms out and then you get to see the silhouette of R-Shite.
Yeah.
You know, he's singing. It's a really dope shot, bro.
Yeah.
I miss that in music videos these days. Just like, you know, like
those kind of like cinema reference.
Simple shots, but then like it's very creative. How many starting lines? Like it's almost like he keeps rerunning through the same script.
Yeah.
Like a never-ending loop that he's stuck in.
Yeah, I like that. That's like being at points in your life, like if you're starting a new job or you have a new relationship, you know, that's like a new chapter. You're getting ready to take on the next thing.
Yeah. It's like how many starting lines it's been, it's not in the script. You know, 1 second before starting to run, there's really no end to it. And it's like these legs won't move.
Yeah. This feels like it's gonna be one of those like melodic Creepy Nuts tracks.
It does, yeah.
Starting over life again.
Crazy.
No, I love that because it's playing on like the Japanese like pronunciation of like flipping the R and the L.
Yes,
because he's talking about his passport. He's talking about flights, like taking the flights, but also everything he's naming are like frights that you would have in life.
Crazy.
Like you're nervous about taking that jump. You're nervous about this. And people get nervous on planes too.
On planes, yeah. You know what's crazy too? The signature DJ Masanaga, boom, boom, like the drums, the high BPM drums.
Yeah.
You know, and R-Shite flowing on it, bro. Like these guys are just so like they're such a good pairing, man. Because R-Shite can like match that tempo too.
Yeah.
You know, not many rappers can match that tempo, so you can't experiment with certain type of beats, but because R-Shite can, then it just makes it a crazy duo, bro.
Yeah. You know what this makes me think of? You know, when you've been rapping for so long and at such a high level like R-Shite does, he's probably sitting there on the plane one day, there's some turbulence, and he's like, I gotta write about this.
Yeah, and I felt a little bit of fright. It's like fright, flight.
Yeah.
You know, let's put together a song.
I mean, he's even saying here, like, emotions like joy, anger, sorrow, pleasure become paralyzed.
Yeah.
That's turbulence.
You're not worried about anything because fear took over you.
And then you see the flight attendant, you know, she's sweating, you're like, oh.
Yeah. That's crazy. He literally talked about what you said.
Yeah.
He said, hey, in the spelling of flight, is it an L or an R?
Yeah.
Which one do you choose?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's
a dope concept, bro, because like, you know, it's like, yo, my dreams are taking off, right? I'm flying.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get really ambitious about in life, you know, you have a dream, whatever, and you go chase it. But then in chasing your dream, you also face these fears.
Yeah.
Consequences or whatever. You're like, man, what if I fail?
Yeah.
So it's like somebody's battling those ideas of wanting to be ambitious, but also having the fear of failure.
This is actually one of the wildest concepts for like a song. It's literally he's rapping about like the quote unquote like mispronunciation of a word in Japanese, switching the meaning.
Switching the meaning, yeah. The whole song is a double entendre.
Yeah.
To the name of the song, to the concept he's rapping about, both of them can apply to both things.
And only one guy could do this, man.
R-Shite, man. Rated R for a reason, bro.
Oh, facts.
お前どっちを選ぶ俺には両方がよく似合う背の羽が開く飛び立つ何度目のライブ何本目のスタート台本にはない Never die 走り出すお前らもう切れないこの足はからない
Yeah. Yeah.
過去引き合い出しても意味なんかないあんまりだけないから足を出す一歩お前
Bro, who does it? Who does it better than R-Shite, man? What are we talking about?
Facts.
What are we talking about?
Facts.
Bro, we got raps, right? Rhymes, and we got the freaking melody, bro. What else do you want?
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, next time that we're on that flight to Japan, I'm gonna look over at you. I'm like,
No, that made me feel less scared on the plane, you know? Because but he says, you know, both of the ways, both Fright and Flight suit him well.
Yeah.
You know, as my left and right wings spread open, I take off.
Yeah.
I mean, like he's willing to acknowledge that he has, you know, that fear, you know, inside of him.
Yeah.
It's a part of who he is.
Yeah. But that fear comes from like again, like I was saying, anything with growth.
And growth, ambition, dreams, but also that fear itself can push you too.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to fail, whatever, so then you keep working hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's such a dope concept. This song has such a dope concept, bro.
Yeah.
And it even says, I can't afford to get carried away. I want to ground myself sort of again. So the whole imagery of a plane, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like landing and then restarting. And it goes back to the earlier line about how many starting lines this has been. Every time you start losing yourself, just ground yourself, figure out again, and then take off.
I've never heard so many plane bars in my life.
So many plane. You hear that?
Oh yeah.
Some kind of like flute pipe instrument. It sounds like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Yeah. That was a crazy switch up.
That was a crazy switch up, yeah.
He
I love that
switched up
transition.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's insane, bro. What? I land.
Crazy. I love that, bro. Everything you talk about is happening. He's talking about in the song. It's like a flight announcement just got announced on the plane. You know, because like it's almost like you said, maybe he was on a plane, on a flight, on his way to Coachella, and then he's like,
oh, facts.
He's like, you know, oh man, this is a dope concept. What if I made a song about flight or flight?
Facts.
You know,
facts.
But also, Fright. There's also a concept of fight or flight in psychology. The idea is that, you know, the fear response, you have two fear responses, which is you either fight or you have flight. You run away.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that he's doing that, but it's just cool to me that those are all plays on words where you can either have a fear or you have fear where you stand and fight even though you're scared, or you run away, you fly away. You know, you run away because you're scared.
Man, Japan Airlines, you guys, you know, should have cut the check for this guy. And also, you know, if I was Uber, I'd be hopping on that too. He's about to make a song about calling an Uber.
Yeah, bro, up and down. Wow.
He's rapping in a new language. Did you hear that at the end?
Daiki Kamoshita, I think he's the director.
They
killed it, man.
Wow.
Amazing video, and the whole concept of, you know, like you said, his mood is up and down.
Yeah.
Just like an airplane, bro. Like it's such a well-written song.
Yeah, insane.
You know, I feel like because Creepy Nuts makes sort of what people would consider mainstream music, people take it out of fold of hip hop. But I feel like sometimes, you know, hip hop needs to embrace groups like Creepy Nuts, stuff like that. I'm talking in general, because even in North America, because they set a high standard of like good music, and it is hip hop. It comes from hip hop. Like R-Shite is a MC, he's a rapper, and I feel like if we let pop kind of take these type of artists, whatever, and classify them as pop, then it's almost like we're creating great product and breeding great talent, and then it's being poached away from us still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially too with like R-Shite, like you can really track like where his career kind of like started, going from like Umeda Cypher stuff to the rap battle kind of league. It's not like he just came in here, had like one big kind of mainstream good sounding song, and now he's out of here.
Yeah, his foundation is hip hop. It's hardcore.
Yeah, exactly.
So to me, like, of course, DJ Matsunaga, he comes from a different lane, or like he has a different lane. But we gotta like embrace sort of, you know, the experimental aspect of some of these artists.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, right, if we look at like even in North America, like, you know, we got artists like MF Doom who don't make like typical hip hop music. You know what I'm saying? JPEG Mafia is another example of a group who don't make typical hip hop music, right? And these type of artists do help push the culture forward. Even Kanye West, when he first came into the scene, he wasn't making the sound of the time.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, Graduation is an album full of like different type of beats.
Yeah, and a lot of
it's a heartbreak. So what I'm saying is that like we gotta embrace these people, because at the end of the day, like if they're the right people like R-Shite who's truly understands hip hop, like it's gonna be good for the game.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people too, they complain about like the mainstream or the people that are fans of Creepy Nuts music and things like that. But if you don't think that them as Japanese like artists, R-Shite being a rapper, going over and doing something like Coachella isn't opening doors for everyone else.
It is, yeah.
Maybe it'll take a little while, but those are opening the doors for other, you know,
for the smaller guys, the more
for other international acts to come in a primarily like English-speaking country.
Yeah,
it's creating all of those things. So.
But we understand or acknowledge also that there's issues of like where you start blurring the lines. Like, what is hip hop, and is this too popish? Is this too popish? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a fear that people have, a fight or flight. We have hip hop. We have the fright of like losing the genre to like pop and stuff.
It's like when Eminem did that song with Rihanna. You're not gonna not call him a rapper now. When Kendrick did the song with Taylor Swift, he didn't just not become a rapper.
Yeah, that song did piss me off a bit. I can admit it did piss me off a bit. But we gotta look at it as it's what's the word? Scaling the genre now to a way bigger audience.
Exactly.
So then if there was hip hop fans in North America who never heard of any Japanese rapper, but they might know Creepy Nuts, then they'd be like, yo, let me check into Creepy Nuts. Then they can discover R-Shite, Umeda Cypher,
because
everybody.
Sometimes some people you need to slow drip them into hip hop. But yeah, man, let us know what you guys thought about this song down below. What was your favorite airplane bar? Because there was a lot. There's a lot to pick from.
Yeah.
Pick yours. Let us know down below. And until next time, stay tuned for more merch coming soon. Nihon Rushhour is out. Peace!